All right, so this is going to be my review of Loki season one review of the entirety of Loki season one, or better put, the finale. That's right, season one. We are getting a second season of Loki. I think this is so far the only of the Disney Plus Marvel shows that is getting a second season. The rest were one and dones, but yeah. Loki season one finale. Holy shit. Holy shit is all I gotta say. Because, wow, just damn. How much happened in this episode alone was was a lot. And here's the thing. There is gonna be spoilers for this, so be prepared, obviously. So if you haven't watched the show yet, now's your time to back out, because it's going to be spoilers from here on out. But yeah, yeah, let's get this out of the way right now. Who is the man behind it all? Who created the TVA? Well, a lot of people were thinking Kang, but here's the thing. I was starting to think of another person who is Kang, and that's Immortus. And I was right. It's Immortus who was ruling it, which actually makes a lot of more sense when you think about it. And also, I would like to state that if you thought it was Kang who was behind everything, it's totally fine. You were technically right, because Immortus is a variant of Kang. So even if you were wrong, you were still right on your theory. So I was starting to think Immortus towards the end, because I was like, wait, Immortus has done stuff for the real-time variation in the comics, and he would do some really underhanded shit to protect the timeline from Kang. It's Immortus. So, yeah, it was Immortus the whole time, and yeah, they really hype it but here's the other thing. Kang is coming. And oh boy, I don't think it's going to be just Kang. I think how they play it out in this whole thing is that we may not just see Kang, we might be seeing the other dark variants as well, such as Ramatut, the Scarlet Centurion, even the entire Council of Kangs. That's a whole thing. And they even explain it, and I think what they were trying to do is like talk about the Council of Kangs, but also talk about they hint at the Council of Reeds as well. So I'm wondering if we're going to see Nathaniel Richards, because remember, Nathaniel Richards is the original version of everyone. Like, literally everyone, all the variants you see, Immortus, Kang, Scarlet Centurion, Ramatut, they are all Nathaniel Richards. So, yeah, we got our first little taste, technically speaking, we got our first little taste of the Fantastic Four in the MCU, technically speaking. So, yeah. So it also is going to make me go, I know some people, let's actually get this out of the way, because as we all know, Nathaniel Richards is the grandfather of Reed Richards, and Kang's actor, or Immortus, or just baseline Nathaniel Richards' actor, is African American. So I can already hear people, I haven't even gone on the social media yet to talk about this, but someone's going to be, I can already sense that people are bitching and moaning about the idea of Reed Richards being black. I am pretty sure that's going to be the thing, is that people are going to be angry, are already angry at the thought of a black Reed Richards, which I call bullshit, because yeah, it's, first off, it's a movie, no one's gonna fucking care. Also, different universe. So yeah, I'm at this point, if they, again, this is going on the assumption, because the MCU can be totally different. Nathaniel Richards, yeah, this is going, because, again, maybe they'll say something, oh, he was never Nathaniel Richards, but I think they will go that route. So by instance, that would probably mean that Reed is going to be black when we see him in the upcoming Fantastic Four movie. I'm pretty sure that's the case. I don't care. We already had Black Johnny Storm in the god-awful Fantastic Four movie, so I'm totally fine with a black Mr. Fantastic in what's probably going to be a really good Fantastic Four movie. Just saying. Anyway. So, yeah. like, I love how they build up Kang in here, like, making him just so terrifying. And also, I do love how they've built up Ravonna, like, as, like, she's so ingrained in this, like, mindset. Like, she's so ingrained in this mindset that even though it's fake, it has to be all for something. Like, and the sad truth is, there are people out there who have that kind of dogmatic mentality. Like, we see that all the time in real life, of people who even, like, get told the truth. They have to believe in something because that's just who, like, the perfect encapsulation of this is in a little political cartoon I once saw of a bunch of sheep out in a pasture, and there's a billboard of a wolf saying, "I'm going to eat you." And one of the sheep goes, and he tells it like it is, because that's the thing, is that there are going to be people out in the real world who, even though they know their leaders or the people they put their faith in are completely horrendous, they have to give their life meaning in some capacity because they think their life is meaningless, and this gives them a reason to exist. So that's what they were doing with Ravonna, and I really do like that, because again, it's such a real-world thing that we've seen, sadly, so many times in these past few years alone. But, again, it was really cool to see, Mobius back and kicking ass, and I'm really excited to see more of him. And I even love how they reveal Ravonna of who she was in the other timeline. I really dug that. And the ending. Did anyone else get Planet of the Apes vibes, by the way, with that ending? Did anyone else get Planet of the Apes vibes? Like original OG Planet of the Apes vibes? Like I couldn't have been the only one, right? Sylvie's story arc was great because she is so ingrained in that hatred and she just can't let go. And again, Loki's just can't, like, that's the sad truth of all Lokis, is that they just can't trust anybody. They just cannot trust anybody, and in the end, it's so beyond them to even think that someone can change. Like, it's really amazing. Like, that's really, and Loki is a proof of that, and Sylvie can't accept that truth. And I really like that. I really like that, as Joker once said to Batman, you found a way to win, and everybody still loses. Like, that's the perfect encapsulation of what Loki is. Like, he finds a way to win, and everybody, including him, still loses. And I really like that. I really enjoyed, it's not a big, like, boss fight, even. It's not even, like, this huge, all-encompassing, end-of-the-universe boss fight. It's really just a war of the words. It's really more of a war of words, and I really like that. It's really more of a moral quandary. It's very much like if you've played Mass Effect. Like, this is your Paragon moment or your Rogue moment. Like, this is I literally had a Mass Effect moment. I'm such a Mass Effect fan, but like that moment where Immortus, I know they call him the He Who Remains, but it's fucking Immortus. When Immortus was telling them, look, if you kill me, worse shit is gonna happen. But if you don't kill me, but if you take over, just let me retire and you guys can take over and lead the TVA how you see it. And I really like that. It's, again, you gotta get, Loki was going full Paragon. Sylvie chose Rogue. So you literally had the two choices play out right in front of you. I thought, I don't know, maybe that's just me. Holla at your boy for fellow Mass Effect fans who had that Mass Effect moment. But again, it's a very cool moment because it's not like a big, flashy, MCU-style fight the bad guy kind of ending. It's more of a, if we kill this guy, which we've wanted to do since day one, worse shit is gonna happen. And then, like, on the other hand, if we do this, we are basically, we have to become the monster that he was. Like, that's the scary thing, but maybe we can do it better, which you're never gonna do it better. You're just gonna end up corrupting yourselves. Trust me, I've seen this before. So, I really like that. Like, it really plays, like, I really enjoyed how this all played out. And again, this is more of a story-driven ending than it is a action-driven, and I really do like that. Like, I feel like the penultimate episode was where all the action was and all the, you know, major story, you know, all the major action was. So here, it's like, oh, that's heartbreaking. This is a like a big ending where you're like, oh shit, what's gonna happen now? I'm also pretty sure that that Loki may appear in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, because we do know that Kang is going to be the villain there. So maybe Loki will appear there, and that's how they're going to jump into season 2 from post Quantumania, or he may show up in Multiverse of Madness. We don't know. All that we know is Loki has more or less set up what's going to happen from here on out, from Spider-Man No Way Home to Multiverse of Madness to Quantumania. We now have a reason as to why everything is kicking off. And as you can imagine, it's kind of all of Loki's fault. So, yeah. I've loved this show. It's been fantastic. I love this ending, and I cannot wait for Season 2 and everything else coming to the MCU. So you guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of Loki Season 1 of the Loki Season 1 finale? Did you guys like it, hate it? Comment below, let me know. And once again, I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.